The following is a special Wayne Hills Television sports presentation.
Coming off a harsh loss to New Jersey powerhouse St. Joe's, Wayne Hills looks to bounce back with vengeance, taking on the Highwaymen of Teaneck. Under the direction of Coach Dan Henry, the Highwaymen are hungry for their first win. But it is no match for the Patriots of Wayne Hills. With junior quarterback Justin DeGroat gaining confidence and the playoffs just weeks away, Teaneck has a huge challenge ahead of them. Will the Patriots bounce back? Does Teaneck have a chance? Wayne Hills, Teaneck, next.
Welcome to Patriot Stadium on this cool October evening where the Wayne Hills Patriots are taking on the Teaneck Highwaymen. I'm Andrew Francis, joined alongside Mike Caggiano and Max Schwartz. Guys, how's it feel to be here tonight? Wayne Hills lost last week against St. Joe's. What are they going to need to bounce back? Who's your key player tonight, Max?
Well, my key player is sophomore, number 3, Justin Hogan, on defensive end and on fullback. I feel like his defensive game has been progressing over time again. He's had a big sack in the Wayne Valley game and got a lot of playing time in Teaneck. And on offense, he's a big key to the running game.
Well, my key is definitely Steve Pasterla. He's a great return man, an even better linebacker, and you're going to see him a lot more reps at running back and fullback.
Yeah, my key player tonight in Robbie Schiller's absence is Craig Kuhnlein. You saw him against Teaneck. He had like a 20-yard touchdown run. He's going to do big things tonight, have big numbers. Guys, Matt Shunke, he's back tonight. What can we look to see from him on defensive end?
Well, I think he's going to play some defensive end and get a couple of sacks, maybe a couple of key tackles.
I think Matt Shunke is one of the key players that we missed in the Wayne Valley game. If they put him with Justin Hogan, there could be some key chemistry there.
There's definitely room for improvement and chemistry, like you said, with Justin Hogan. Well, that's it for us. As we go to break, listen in on Coach Olson's pregame speech.
Hey, listen, we win the toss, let's defer. Hey, Mark, let's kick it in the end zone. All right, let's not give them one-play touchdowns. We know the speed in the secondary if we don't want them to break through. All right, we've got to run to the ball. Defensive front guys, get across the line. Get across the line, Loman. Get across the line. Rob, Dan, Hogs, don't sit on the line of scrimmage. Get across. Inside linebackers, know where you're going. Know what you're seeing. Defensive backs, be alert. Let's just play a good game. All right, let's get back on track tonight, and let's get this first one under the way. All right, let's get this first one under the way. Play hard. You know, it's going to be early. It'll be hard. They'll be psyched up. They'll run around. And the longer you let them think they can play with you, and as we found out, then it gets hard. Got to come down there, take the opening drive and score. We got to take their first possession, 3 plays and out. Maybe block a punt or return it. But we need 3 plays and out right away. All right, we need some senior leadership out there in the huddle. We need guys very sure of what they're looking at, not guessing. All right, not guessing. And we'll be fine.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Patriot Stadium here on the campus of Wayne Hills High School for tonight's football game between the Patriots of Wayne Hills and the visiting Highwaymen of Teaneck High School. And here is the starting offensive lineup for the Wayne Hills Patriots. At wide receiver, number 22, Eric Moskal, number 22. At tight end, number 37, Ryan Carduck, number 37. At tackle, number 61, Mike Rotino, number 61. At guard, number 74, Dan Wilcox, number 74. At center, number 54, Doug Wardle, number 54. At guard, number 77, Rob Levine, number 77. At tackle, number 78, James Kelly, number 78. At wide receiver, number 12, Preston Quinn, number 12. At quarterback, number 13, Justin DeGroat, number 13. At fullback, number 5, Matt Shunke, number 5. And at tailback, number 6, Christian Rodriguez, number 6. And let's welcome the rest of the Patriot squad. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise for the playing of our national anthem by the Wayne Hills Patriot Marching Band, along with the accompaniment of Schuyler Colfax Middle School Band and Anthony Wayne Middle School Band.
Welcome back to Patriot Stadium, where the Wayne Hills Patriots are facing the Teaneck Highwaymen. I'm Andrew Francis, joined alongside Mike Caggiano and Max Schwartz. Let's meet our fourth member of our broadcast crew, Mike DeFury.
Hey, thanks, guys. Yeah, we got a couple key injuries here in today's game. First, we have Robbie Schiller out with a shoulder injury, and we also have Connor Michelle still out with that hip. And we also have sophomore defensive end Derek Basnick out with a knee injury, so that would mean fellow sophomore defensive end Justin Hogan has to step up on the other side. Oh, and of course, we have Kevin Olson out with a foot injury. Thanks, guys. Back up to you.
Thanks, Mike. Guys, Wayne Hills, they lost to St. Joe's last week. What do you think they can do to bounce back and assure a victory tonight?
Well, they have to play a much better offensive line and a bunch better defense. Those are some of the weaker points last week.
I feel the most important point for Wayne Hills this week is special teams. I feel like Hills need to pick up on their special teams in order to really dominate here tonight.
Yeah, this whole season has been special teams. Steve Pasterla, Christian Rodriguez, Robbie Schiller, who's not going to be playing tonight with a shoulder injury. But their special teams has been amazing all season. And their kicker, Eric Martinez, practically perfect all season. Mike, what can you look for from the running game tonight in the absence of Robbie Schiller?
Well, I think we could see a big presence from Craig Kuhnlein and Steve Pasterla.
Steve Pasterla, after that Valley game, he's been getting a lot of playing time. And Craig Kuhnlein, 2 weeks ago against Tenafly, he had a great touchdown run. It really shows he can play varsity. They should really be playing him more, and now they are. He's getting his opportunity. Max, what do you feel about this?
I feel like the running game is a key process. But how about Justin DeGroat, the growing quarterback, the baby basically of the Wayne Hills varsity team, and has been filling in actually great in Kevin Olson's absence.
Yeah, he looked a little shaky his first one, maybe 2 games, but he's really been playing well lately. And we'll look, maybe he'll get a couple passing touchdowns tonight and get a lot of yards in the air.
Yeah, he really needs to look to get a couple of completions early, maybe a touchdown pass, and, maybe he'll run a little bit too. He's an athletic kid.
Yeah, he's definitely athletic. Last season in the JV games, he was always running the ball from, the quarterback position, and he really did it well. Well, as the team lines up, we'll see the kickoff from Eric Martinez. You thinking touchback here?
I think so.
Almost every week the opening kickoff has been a touchdown. Let's see if it continues.
A touchdown, Andrew? You mean a
touchback? Yes. As they line up here.
We have a big Teaneck showing here tonight.
Teaneck has 2 players who weigh 300 pounds. I'm looking for them to be a presence on defense.
And here's the kickoff.
And it's a touchback for Eric Martinez. Usually, it almost happens every time. Mike, you think that's a great start?
Yeah,
for the game?
It definitely is. It's he got off to a great start against the Teaneck team. I think he only had 1 kick that didn't go for a touchback.
I feel like if they can set him up at the 20 and really pin him down good, that'll be good for their opening drive. They need to get a bang early.
Yeah, their defense has been amazing most of the season. And junior safety Nick Falzerano is getting the start tonight. So we'll look if he can do some big things for this team. As they line up here. Quarterback number 2, Eliab Bethea with the pass. And it's incomplete. It looks like the wide receiver number 8, Devontae Locadia, ate a little popcorn before the game. His hands are a little slippery. What do you think of that?
Well, Andrew, it's tough to say. Maybe the nerves got to him against this intimidating Patriot defense. Who knows? Anything could happen there.
That kind of play, it always, puts the question, should you run it the first play just to try to get a positive play? Because when you have something like that, that really just, lowers your confidence and just starts off a bad game.
Well, I feel Teaneck was trying to get a feel here for the Patriot defense.
And Eliab Bethea with this snap. The pass to number 3, Mohamed Beretti, gain about 3 or 4. That's a solid play for them. This Wayne Hills defense is really good, so if they can get positive plays like that, they should have a pretty good night.
Again, they're still trying to bang out that first down. Short passes are what to do it.
So now with 3rd down here. You think pass here?
Well, it's tough to say. Maybe a little pitch to the right or left, depending on the play call and what type of running back skill they have.
Or they could run it up the gut and get the first down and regroup from there.
It's 3rd and 4. We'll see what they do. And the pass is incomplete. Looks like he just overthrew him. What do you think happened there?
Well, he may have been jammed up at the line. He may not have gotten a good run out on the ball. Nerves, I guess, anything really.
Yeah. So we see Christian Rodriguez and Jake Van Penen back for the punt. They're a double threat. You punt it to either one of them, they could return it easily.
Yeah, Christian Rodriguez, he's proved time and time again that he's a great punt returner.
Looks like a bad snap, and only about 20 yards. That was a terrible punt. It goes straight out of bounds. So what can we look here on the first drive of the game? You think they're going to try to get their passing game going, maybe stick to their usual great running game?
Well, with them being this close, they have to look to the air for the first couple of plays and then look to run, punch it in.
Like I said, we need a clutch night from Justin DeGroat in order for Wayne Hills to really pull it off here tonight.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about the competition tonight. Wayne Hills, very experienced team. They're 2-2, and Teaneck is 0-4. I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy night, but they've definitely played better teams. And the handoff to Christian Rodriguez, and he has room. He's getting to the outside. 1 man, 2 man. It takes 3 men to take him down. About a gain of 12 or 13. That was a great play to start off this game.
Well, that's usually how he starts off his runs. Strong, powerful, and he bursts of speed, knocks a couple of guys over, and usually takes 3 people to take him down.
I mean, that's a Kevin Olsen offense or Chris Olsen offense right there, running the ball up the gut to jump it right into the red zone for a very good scoring chance here for Wayne Hills.
Yeah, we see Christian Rodriguez in the backfield again, and Matt Shunke at fullback coming off of that injury. And the handoff right up the middle. We see daylight. He could go, and he's down. About another 12-yard gain. They have no answer for the running game so far.
Well, let me tell you, I'm seeing a lot of promise out of that Shunke in the fullback position. He made a nice little block there. Got Chris Rodriguez out to the outside, and he went a big gain.
Yeah, Matt Shunke and the offensive line are really opening up things for Christian Rodriguez this running game.
Christian, he gave Christian so much room to run. Shunke doesn't even look rusty after that injury return.
Yeah, usually you're injured for a couple weeks. You think when you come back you may not be playing as well, but he's playing fantastically. And Justin DeGroat in the snap. It's play action. He's looking for number 6, Christian Rodriguez, and touchdown. Wayne Hills, as they put the first points on the board and lead 6-0. Guys, what did you see from that play?
Well, that's Justin DeGroat's first touchdown pass as a Patriot in a varsity uniform.
No better play to do it on that. That was great.
I love the way he scrambled out there and looked for the open Christian Rodriguez.
So now we'll see Eric Martinez stay perfect on extra points this season.
Is that even a question, Andrew?
I don't know. Stranger things have happened. So the snap and the kick is good. Wayne Hills leads 7-0. Fantastic start off of that loss from last week. This is really going to build their momentum and confidence and their hope to try to make the playoffs and, win a state title. How do you think this is affecting it?
Well, it speaks volumes that they come out here, in less than 2 minutes, they already have a 3-and-out and a touchdown scored and points on the board. This is big for them.
On that drive, we didn't see Craig Kuhnlein come in the game and try to run it or anything. You think we'll see him soon?
Oh, definitely.
He should make a huge impact once he comes in the game.
Yeah, Chris Rodriguez can't carry every rushing yard.
Yeah. In the scrimmages in the preseason, we thought he was going to be running the ball a lot more, but it's just been Robbie Schiller and Christian Rodriguez all season. But now he's getting his opportunity, and he's gonna make the best of it. He's gonna really shine on these plays. I can tell.
Look for him to break through here on special teams, because that's where he's getting played the most right now.
So what do you think? 2 for 2 on touchbacks?
Of course.
Yeah. So we'll see as they line up for the kickoff. And to our fans, if you see, you see the players wearing pink, that's for Breast Cancer Awareness Month of October. So it's nice that they show their awareness to that.
Very huge in New Jersey football, breast cancer awareness.
And a huge kick, and that's another touchback. That looked like his probably best kick all season on a kickoff. You think he's been lifting more weights?
Maybe. I've seen a couple of times in warm-ups and, at practice or whatever. He's kicking them through the end zone sometimes.
Yeah, no doubt. So that first drive for Teaneck, it really got nothing. What are they going to try to do here to fix that up?
I think here they're going to have to try to run the ball at least once or twice, get a feel for the run game.
Yeah, all they've been doing is passing. You have to try it sooner or later. So we'll see. The snap and the handoff right up the middle. Number 1, Malik Lee, gets a gain of 6 or 7. That was a pretty good run.
For a gain of 6 or 7 on against a Patriot defense that's just, they've been amazing this season, coming off the ball, being quick like that. And look for the Patriots to get a couple of good stops here, because that they're not happy with that game.
Well, if you see the fullback following the running back and making some key openings for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Their fullback game, their running back game right there, it looked pretty good. And the handoff again, but he's got nothing. Stopped in the backfield. That was a great play by this defensive line for Wayne Hills.
Well, that comes back to their speed and their quickness off the ball.
That was a real offensive line breakdown for Teaneck, as Hills was able to get through and stop the run up the gut.
Yeah, if you're Teaneck, after that great gain of the run before, how are you just going to do that and let Wayne Hills right up the middle?
Well, it's definitely a confidence buster. You get a nice play, and then all of a sudden you're choked up in the backfield for a loss of 1 or 2 yards there. That they can't be too happy with that.
So 3rd and 5 here. We'll see what they do. big center right there, number, looks like 51, Kaysane James. It's a big kid, Mike. And play action in the pass to number, huge hit by Nick Falzerano. And that's it. That's why he's getting the starting role tonight. We knew he was gonna, perform well. The coaches saw it, and that was a great way to stop that play.
Textbook tackle. He puts his shoulder on the ball, and he just drives right through him. And ball pops out, incompletion.
Tell
Perfect.
you what, he had that one complete, and the hit right there really knocked the ball out of his hands.
So we see Christian Rodriguez and Jake Van Penen here for the return. We'll see if they punt it to them this time. And the punt is up. Right to Jake Van Penen. And he stopped right down basically where he caught it. But they get pretty good field position there.
Yeah, we could hear that hit up in the booth for Andrew. That was a big hit.
Yeah, we could hear it. That was pretty loud.
Hills really needs to take advantage here with the ball around the 40-yard line. I think run it up first play and then get to Groko and with an aerial
Yeah, with the
assault.
ball at the 46-yard line, you look to see the passing game start. We saw that touchdown. That was a great pass, but look for some deeper passes from Justin DeGroat. And the handoff to Christian Rodriguez. He's breaking it back into the inside, and it takes 5 men to take him down for the first down. Fantastic run by Christian Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez is really, all season long we've seen that. Both in the wins and the losses, he's really been on point this season. Great senior year out of him.
Those jukes were fantastic. He really brought Hills up for a good chance here.
Yeah, that was another fantastic play, and they just keep moving the chains. That's the Wayne Hills football game. They just want to move the chains and score touchdowns. And the handoff to Christian Rodriguez, and a huge block by Matt Shunke, and Christian's taken down with a gain of about 9 on the 32-yard line.
Well, that was an incredible run. Wayne Hills offensive line stepping it up like they couldn't do last game against St. Joe's.
Yeah, it's nice after a loss like that to see the team really start firing back the next game. It's just a huge confidence booster to keep on with the game, the playoffs, and everything.
Well, they have to get a win here tonight. Otherwise, playoffs are very dim if they don't win.
The handoff to Christian Rodriguez. Almost a first down. I think so. We'll see here.
What a hurdle there. If you saw, the line was so smushed down, and he just took those strong worked legs into place there.
And they're moving the chain, so that's a first down for Wayne Hills. They've just been playing fantastically all night. You think Teaneck's going to be able to stop this at all?
It's tough to say, Andrew. I don't think they really have a chance at.
And it looks like Wayne Hill has brought the Teaneck defensive line off sides. I don't think that was a false start, do you?
No, you know what? That may have been. Justin may have said something, and the defense reacts. That happens all the time.
Yeah, that was encroachment on the defense, so a gain of 5. If you're
that was
Teaneck, letting up these first downs, touchdowns, you can't give up silly plays like that, having an offsides or encroachment. You just can't do it.
No, it's true. That's one thing that you have to do. You always have to change up the snap count, otherwise the defense will time it.
So sends a man in motion. Justin DeGroat with the snap, right to Christian Rodriguez. Oh, what a great run. About a gain of 6. Fantastic play.
Right up the gut there, put his shoulder down again. And, he's knocking a couple of guys over, and again, he had to be taken down by a host of highwaymen. Yeah,
we've seen all season it takes more than 2 men to take Christian Rodriguez down, and he's really just a great power running back.
That starts, he's been working in the weights room a long time. He's really strong, he's really quick, and, he really could get it done at the running back position.
I cannot emphasize the power of Christian Rodriguez bodying through all those highwaymen.
So Justin DeGroat under center sends Preston Quinn in motion. And the the play action. Pass to Matt Shunke. He makes one man miss, and touchdown, Wayne Hills. The Patriots lead 13-0, going on 14.
That's Shunke's first touchdown on the season. DeGroat's second passing touchdown on the season. And, we're going to see a lot of those plays tonight. Short, quick throws, and wide open lanes for the runner.
Yeah, the play action's really been working. the 2 plays they've done, it's been working fantastically. You think Teaneck's going to, start playing better on those soon?
Well, I don't think so because they're always playing the run there. Christian Rodriguez is an intimidating factor in the backfield.
So Eric Martinez on the extra point, and the kick is good. Wayne Hills leads 14-0 over this Teaneck Highwaymen team.
That must be a huge momentum booster for the rest of the Wayne Hills team to see Shunky come out a huge injury and get a touchdown like that.
Yeah, he was playing last week. They didn't really do much offensively, the whole team overall against St. Joe's, but that was a fantastic way to score. He looked really good on that play.
Yeah, his knee looks healthy again, and, we're going to see a lot more of that tonight with the absence of Robbie Schiller.
So that's 2 drives in a row. We haven't seen Craig Kuhnlein come in the back. You think that's got to change soon. You can't let Christian Rodriguez, take every run. He'll just get burnt out by the first half when it ends.
Yeah, but, the Patriots have so many offensive weapons at the running back position. They have Jake Van Penen, they have Steve Pasterla, they have Craig Kuhnlein, and, the list goes on and on.
Now as Patriots line up for the kickoff, I think as we work into the second half a little more, we'll see a lot more of Craig.
Yeah, we definitely want to see him start getting a lot of runs. We know he's capable of being a great player, so we just want to see him start doing it on the field. So as Wayne Hills lines up for this kickoff, try to pin him deep with a touchback again.
Tell you what, Teaneck needs to get a good special teams return here if they don't touch it back.
And the kick is up. It's a little shorter. And they're going. Number 1, Malik Lee is out to the outside. But that's worse field position than the touchback. He's knocked out around the 15-yard line.
Well, it looked like the Teaneck coach tried to play a little bit of trickery there, pretending to do the old reverse on the kick return, but it really didn't work for them. The Patriots caught onto it, and now they're at the 15-yard line.
I mean, against this Patriots special teams, you really need to get up there, run it straight up the gut, no tricks.
Yeah, this special team's coached by Walt Johnson. They know what they're doing. He's been the coach here for a long time, and they're really experienced. They know what they're doing.
Well, that definitely shows. I mean, look at the junior kicker, Eric Martinez. He's made nearly every extra point attempt in his career, and he has a touchback, but just about every time he has a kickoff.
So we'll see if Eliaha Bethea can get the offense started here. And the snap, handoff to Malik Lee, and he's down with a gain of about 3. That was a pretty solid run. A gain of 3. But that's how they've been doing, the start of every drive. They've been getting a short gain. Do you think they can build off of that and finally make a drive down the field?
Well, 3 yards turns into 6 yards and turns into 9 yards, and eventually you're going to break out and get a couple more runs there. So, it really, if they keep running and keep trying to, they'll come out with some success.
I think that we're going to look for a good drive from the Teaneck Highwaymen, being up 14-0. We can see what they do here.
So the snap. Pass to number 8, Devontae Locadia. He stopped basically right where he caught it. A great play by this Wayne Hills defense.
Patriots defense is just taught to swarm the ball. Whoever has the ball, they're there. And, they tackle hard and they hit hard and they practice perfect form tackling.
I cannot emphasize enough the great play by Preston Quinn, going low on the body on a bigger player than he was, and he made the stop.
It's a bigger player than he is. I don't think it's changed since that play. So we'll see as they line up here what this Teaneck Highwaymen team can do if they'll finally get another first down. So Eliaha Bethea under center. And the handoff to Malik Lee. He's got some daylight. It looks like possibly a first down. And they're moving the chains. First down for the Teaneck Highwaymen.
That's a great momentum boost for them. That's exactly what they needed. Run the ball 3 times, run it up the gut, get a first down. Let's see if they could do that 1 or 2 more times, maybe even get a score here.
Well, Lee looked pretty shaken up after that play. I mean, he was limping. It might have been a clip underneath by one of the Patriots linebackers there on the tackle.
So number 2, Eliaha Bethea under center. And the play action. Pass to number 9, Ibrahima Kelta. and a great play, a gain of about 15 yards. And that, if you're Teaneck, that's a great play. You need to advance it from there. You can't just let one play, make you happy enough. You just got to keep on building. Forget that. Have set new goals. A touchdown this time.
If they work off the play action, maybe get that bigger tight end up in the open. Maybe he'll break a couple tackles, shake a few guys for a nice big game again. See what they do here.
Eliyahu with the snap. Handoff, and he's got nothing. Great play by this Wayne Hills defensive line.
The defensive line, they're really quick off the ball. They're swarming. They're playing great today.
Tell you what, I need to see the Teaneck offensive line put a little more effort in, because Wayne Hills Patriots have an incredible defensive line and have been beating them so far with 3:48 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, you would think this Teaneck offensive line with Tyler Shadrack, number 52, weighing 300 pounds, being 6 foot 3 inches tall, you'd think they'd be able to make some holes and get the running game or the passing game going. But he hasn't really done much tonight. And the snap, the handoff to Malik Lee. He's cut into the outside, and he's down about a gain of 4 to the 49-yard line.
Tackled by number 24, Steve Pisterla there. He really coming into his own this season, playing a lot of linebacker, playing a lot of special teams, even getting a couple of reps on offense at fullback and running back.
He's really been surprising. We didn't really know this coming out of last season and preseason this year. We didn't know he was going to be this much of an impact on this Wayne Hills team.
I'll tell you what, one of the best junior defensemen. That was an excellent tackle, went right for the legs and straggled him down.
Yeah, we say Steve Pisterla has been playing great, but Nick Falzerano, his first start of this season, and he's been playing fantastically too. He got that huge tackle or hit, so the pass was incomplete. He's been playing pretty well. And Eliyahu with the snap and handoff to Malik Lee, about a gain of 4. They're not really getting huge gains besides that one pass. Are they going to try to go deeper, try to put the ball in the red zone soon?
Well, I don't know. On fourth down here, are they going to punt it? Are they going to go for it? It depends on what they decide to do here.
And it looks like they're punting here.
I don't think that is the smartest idea, knowing that they're down by 2 scores with 2:12 left in the first quarter. I feel like they should have just done a slant pass and got it up to the first down.
But if you give Wayne Hills the ball on the 50-yard line, that puts them in an amazing field position. The punt's up. Christian Rodriguez with the catch. He's going. He spins off, and he's just taken down at about the 20-yard line.
That looks.
One of you speak.
That looks like a face mask call when he went high on the hit.
Yeah, I didn't see up that close, but it didn't look like a face mask to me. It just looked like a hard hit where he just brought him down.
I'll tell you what, Andrew, I'm really impressed with the way the Highwaymen are coming flying off the ball on the punts.
Yeah, their special teams, they've had very limited time, let's say, on kickoffs because they haven't been scoring, but on punting, they've been playing pretty well besides the punter's first punt.
Well, I think in special teams, Wayne Hills' line needs to hold back those flyers from the highway.
The handoff to Christian Rodriguez. He's cutting it to the outside, and he's got a first down with a gain of about 17 yards. That was a great play.
What a run here by Christian Rodriguez. I mean, he's been doing this all night. With 1:42 left in the first quarter, we have seen Christian really advance the Patriots offense.
And there's your Teaneck band you see on the visitors' bleachers. They sounded pretty good in the pregame. Well, as Justin DeGroat lines up under center. And here's the handoff to Christian Rodriguez. He's cutting it to the outside, and he's taken down at about the 52 or 48-yard line, gain of 12.
And again, it takes another 3-4 guys to bring him down. He's been all night. He's really been on point here.
That's been the thing all season. He has not been letting anyone take him down, just one man. It's been 2, 3, or 4 people taking him down every play.
Again, the reason that they're scoring so much is because of the amount of first downs that they keep getting. 2, 3 play first downs moves them all the way to the red zone and a great chance to score every single drive.
Their time of possession so far this game has been fantastic, limiting Teaneck to really just 3 and outs all game. So the handoff to Christian Rodriguez, and that doesn't happen very often. He's taken down in the backfield. And he looks a little shaken up on that play, slow to get up.
Well, what a breakthrough by Teaneck's defense, finally getting through Wayne Hill's offense and making Rodriguez lose yards.
You know, that's been a little bit of a shaky part during the season. We saw it during the Valley game and a little bit during the Joe's game. The offensive line has really been a little shaky this season. Why do you think the reason is, Andrew?
You know, last year, basically their whole line graduated, so these are all kids who didn't really play as much last year, so this is, new experience for them.
Again, as we're heading into the second half of the season, I feel like they'll get more experienced on the line, and that'll help Wayne Hills huge.
With 10 seconds left to Christian Rodriguez, he's cutting it up the middle. He's taken down about a gain of 10 or 11 yards. A fantastic run to end the quarter.
You know, he really burst through with his quickness there. You know, we know him as a power back, but he's really quick, too.
So at the end of the first quarter, Wayne Hills leads 14-0. When we come back, the second quarter.
And here comes Ricky off to a good start with the salad and Elmu milk. He's going for the nacho cheese chips. Oh, and he puts them back and goes for the classics. An interesting choice there.
Looks like he wants to eat more healthy today, John. And now it looks like he's going to get a cookie.
Oatmeal.
Oh, baby, that's the way the cookie crumbles. It's nacho cheese, though.
And we're back for this second quarter. Wayne Hills leads 14-0, and they have the ball on about the 39-yard line. What do you see coming out of this second quarter? They've been dominating the whole game. You think there's just complete domination the rest of this quarter?
Well, I'm actually thinking that they're going to give the ball to Justin, put it in his hands, and see if he throws the ball a little bit.
So Justin DeGroat, the handoff to Craig Kuhnlein. He's right up the middle for a first down. That's a great play to start off this game for him.
That's exactly what they want to do with him. You know, he's a bigger back. He's very powerful. And, just use him just to punch through short yard situations.
He's a very big kid. He hits the weight room a lot, but he's also extremely fast. And that's pretty surprising from such a big kid like him.
Well, we see it with all of the backs at Wayne Hills. We see it with Rodriguez. We see it with Schiller, Pisterla, everybody.
Again, Kuhnlein has great vision to identify the holes that the Wayne Hills offensive line put out
the
for him.
Snap to Justin DeGroat. Handoff to Craig Kuhnlein, and he's taking it right up that middle. A gain of about 12 or 13. A great play by Craig Kuhnlein.
He was just about 1 or 2 steps behind from breaking it. Number 10 from Tenafly, Rashad Edwards really did a great job of taking him down and making sure they didn't score.
Yeah, these 2 plays for him so far have been fantastic.
Well, I feel like that really Kuhnlein put on the Jets and boosted the Patriots into the red zone.
Yeah, he's doing a great job so far. That's all you can say about it. So we see Justin DeGroat under center, sends Kyle Hunsiger in motion, and looks like false start or maybe offsides. We'll see what the ref calls. And it looks like they're moving it back. False start on Wayne Hills. And that's really a momentum killer for Wayne Hills.
Yeah, but they could always get the the yards back. They have a lot of talent and a lot of speed on offense. I'm not worried.
And here's our 4th member of the broadcast, Mike DeFury on the sideline.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been the ground game that's been the center stone for Wayne Hills offense right now, and the ground game has set up the play action, as you can see, to Shunky. So right now, if the Hills keeps riding the ground game, they should cruise into the second half with a huge lead. Back up to you guys in the booth.
And there you see Craig Kuhnlein taken down in the backfield. And that's the second time Teaneck's been able to do that tonight. You haven't really been seeing that much. You think they're just going to bounce back here and just get a huge gain?
Well, that penalty may have killed him here. A lot of momentum change here. And, the Highwaymen are really playing with some tenacity on defense now.
I feel like as if they went for the strip there right on Kuhnlein, and that put a lot of pressure on him, and he's really getting a taste for what varsity football is like.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just the strip, but, there was 2 or 3 guys right there just taking him down, so you can't get away from that too often. And Justin DeGroat in shotgun. He steps back, he's rolling, and, almost intercepted. He's lucky on that one.
What a read. What a read on that play for Tenafly, batting the pass away. And this is just what they need to get themselves back into this game. It's only a 2-score game. It's still reachable for the Highwaymen.
With Teaneck really trying to get that interception, if Ryan Carduck's caught that, he could have been gone for a touchdown. There was no one in front of him.
Number 12, Elijah Harris, really did a great job of staying home, picking up on the screenplay, and really batting that ball down so they didn't get a positive yard.
So we'll see what Wayne Hills does here with Justin DeGroat under center, no backs. He steps back, He's looking downfield to Eric Moskal. Great play, about a gain of 10 or 12 yards. That was fantastic.
Eric really turned on the Jets there to get open, and DeGroat spotted him spot on with a great pass, and that gives Wayne Hills a huge gain right into the red zone.
Now, would you go for the 4th down here, or would you let Eric Martinez kick it?
You know, based off how Teaneck's been playing, you know, this game, I think they're going to go for it. I think they'll easily get the 1st down.
Now, do you think they're going to run or pass or screenplay? What do you think?
I think in these situations so far in this game, they've been doing the play action, and it's been working perfectly. I could see that happen right now.
Yeah, maybe Shunky in the flat or something like that.
But there are no backs with Justin DeGroat under center, stepping back. He's looking downfield and incomplete. So I guess you were right. Maybe they should have just kicked the field goal.
That was a crucial point here, especially because their kicker, Eric Martinez, has been perfect. He has hit every spot. He's a great kicker, and I felt like they should have gone with the easy 3 points there and almost put this game out of reach.
But in this situation, it's almost not terrible because they have such bad field position here. You know, they're going to get an easy stop, I think, for Wayne Hills.
Well, I wouldn't say easy. Teaneck's really turning on the Jets here.
I don't know. I think Wayne Hills has been playing fantastically tonight, and they have an answer for everything. Ojia Bethea with the snap, and handoff to Malik Lee, about a gain of 3. That was a solid gain for Teaneck.
Yeah, I mean, Teaneck's been really pushing back the Wayne Hills offensive line. They need to adjust to the size and strength of the Teaneck offensive line.
Well, you know, the Teaneck is really talented because they have a huge offensive line and quick backs and receivers. And, you know, they really need to do a much better job of adjusting to the strength of the linemen and then the speed and getting to the backs.
Yeah, this Wayne Hills defense really hasn't been letting up any big plays, though, for Teaneck all game. They're really playing fantastically. So Eliaha Bethea under center. And the play action, he's rolling to his right. Passes to number 9, Abraham Kella, for about a gain of 10. That was a great play.
What a play there. I mean, really turning on the Jets again. Like I said, they have some speed here on the Teaneck Highwaymen, and that was a crucial game for 1st down.
The big tight end for Teaneck there, you know, he's so tall. He just went up for it effortlessly. You know, he's really a great tight end here.
Yeah, Ibrahim Keita really got wide open there. And the snap pass to number 8, Devontae Lakia, for about a gain of 10. Looks like a 1st down.
What a play, getting back into Wayne Hill's secondary there. I mean, Cadia has a very good eye looking for openings there and rushes it up the sideline for another Teaneck 1st down. They keep moving the chains like this, and it could be a long night for the Wayne Hills defense.
Yeah, we haven't seen this all game from Teaneck, and they're starting to show a new team almost. The snap and handoff to Malik Lee. He's got daylight. He's cutting it to the outside. Preston Quinn knocks him out of bounds for about a gain of, 20, 30 yards.
You know, Malik Lee has got a ton of speed here, and, you know, we have to be thankful for Preston Quinn pushing him out of bounds there. That may have been 6 points right there.
Yeah, that was definitely a touchdown-saving play by Preston Quinn.
Let's not be frank here. Malik Lee is their best player, and he has really, really been helping them move up to good scoring chance now and finally get on the board against this incredible Wayne Hills Patriots defense.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of, pretty big gains by Malik Lee, but I think if he had a better offensive line, he would be doing a lot better.
It actually looked like the play came back there, Andrew. What do you think just happened?
Yeah, it looks like holding on Teaneck. So that's really a momentum killer if you're Teaneck after a great gain. The play action and the pass to number 9, Ibrahim Keita, a great gain of about 12 yards. So it wasn't really that much of a momentum killer.
Well, they really have to look to Keita more often. He really is their best receiver, tight end. And, he's really quick, really tall, and they got to look to give him the ball more often.
Well, talk about Elijah being one of the best quarterbacks here in New Jersey with some great arm scrambling ability. I was told he was a scrambling quarterback, but I didn't know this well.
And the handoff to Malik Lee. He's running into his own men, and he's taken down about a gain of 3 yards. That was still just a solid gain. They've been, this whole drive, been playing pretty well besides that one holding call.
Against such a tough defense, that's all you have to do, just chip away. Little short gains of 2-3 yards, and that eventually turns in, and you could break big plays like Malik Lee did on the penalty.
Yeah, with these runs from Malik Lee, it really opens up the play-action game for this Teaneck Highwaymen team.
Well, this has been an excellent drive for Teaneck. If they could keep up the momentum like this, they could get back into this game, even with a field goal or a touchdown.
So Eliaha Bethea under center. Oh, he almost gets sacked by Justin Hogan. But pass to number 3, Muhammad Beretti. He's taking it to the outside, and I think he could have gained a little more with that if he didn't run east to west, if he ran north to south.
North to south is the way you have to go against this Patriot defense. When you go east to west, all they're going to do is just come up to you and swarm tackle you, even if you are that fast.
But regardless, that was a great play by Teaneck.
Puts Teaneck into their red zone for the first time in this whole football game.
And that's a timeout by Wayne Hills. They just got to regroup on defense. They were playing fantastically up until this drive. What do you think they can do to improve themselves on this?
Well, they definitely have to stop the big plays. You're seeing a lot more 3- and 4-yard plays on running games, but now we're also starting to see 6- and 7-yard passes and 10-yard runs, and it's really hurting the Patriot defense.
Well, now it's time for Wayne Hills to regroup as freshman Austin Grugnale comes and brings the team water. I feel like they need to get back in this one with maybe a good sack or a stop and a loss of yards for the Highwaymen.
As you see on the scoreboard, 6 minutes and 35 seconds left in this first half, and Wayne Hills leads 14-0. You think Teaneck's going to get their first points on the board on this set of drives?
Well, the Patriots really need to step up on defense here, and if maybe they slip up a little bit, maybe it's 14-7 going into half.
Well, that would be huge if Teaneck could get on the board before halftime. I mean, this has been an excellent drive.
And the handoff to Malik Lee, and he's it was hard to take him down on that play, about a gain of 6 yards. That was a pretty good run.
Yeah, all night we've been stressing his speed and agility, but he put his shoulder down there and looked a little bit like Christian Rodriguez.
He definitely looked a little like Christian Rodriguez on that play.
What agility by Malik Lee, honestly, has been bringing this Teaneck team very close to their first points with 6:07 left in the half.
So the handoff to Malik Lee, and he's taken down. Oh, he's not taken down. He bounces back, and about a gain of 5 yards for him.
Like I said, the agility, being able to stay up after being hit, reversing directions, honestly a very good play by Malik Lee.
So we just have to see this Wayne Hills team just start playing. This drive, it looks like they're almost asleep on.
Well, they only have 2 more. They have 2 more plays. They have to hold them here.
You can look at the frustration by the coaches on the sideline.
They're definitely not happy with this play, but you hear the crowd getting louder as they want Wayne Hills to get a stop here. And Eliaha Bethea under center. Play action. He's almost sacked. And a pass for about a gain of 3 or 4 yards by number 9, Abraham Keita. He's really been a pretty big difference maker in this game. He gets open on almost every play.
Every time the ball's come to him, he's caught it, and it's been, a 9, 10-yard gain. So let's see if they do that some more.
Him and Lee have been the real key factors to this Teaneck drive, the best of this game. With an 0-4 team stepping into the Patriot Stadium and really moving the chains like this is huge.
Yeah, we'll see if Wayne Hills will get a stop here on 4th and 1. And it looks like a timeout for Teaneck. What do you think Teaneck's going to do to get this 1 yard and hopefully a touchdown?
Well, I don't know. I was just looking at the personnel for the Patriots, and they had a couple of big offensive, defensive tackles there.
Right now it's do or die. 4th and goal with 4:47 in the half. You're not going to get another chance like this in the half. So, Andrew, what do you think they're going to do here? Kick a field goal?
I think they're going for it. I think they know against this Wayne Hills team, field goals won't really help them. They need to score touchdowns, score big. I think they're going to go for the first down, just maybe a QB sneak. Eliaha Bethea is a pretty fast kid. But if daylight opens up, maybe he'll just run it in for a touchdown.
Maybe they do a little trickery here. Maybe they give it to that big old tight end.
Yeah, Abraham Keita has really been playing fantastic. you know, if they do a play action, he'll probably be wide open based off all the other plays this drive.
Well, you got two very fast people on this offense. We got Malik Lee and Abraham Keita, the two guys that has really put an explanation point onto this drive. Let's see if they can finish it.
So as they line up here, we'll see what they're going to do. Maybe a little trickery, pass, run. What are they going to do here? So as they break the huddle, they're lining up. Eliaha Bethea under center. Sends Ibrahim Keita in motion. And they hand it off to Malik Lee. It looks like he got the first down there.
What a great call by Coach Henry for Teaneck. That was just what they needed. I think they got the first down there. This puts them in a great situation with 4:43 left to go here in the first half. Hopefully for them, they could get some points on the board.
Teaneck. Yes, the ref shows first down for this Teaneck team, and that's pretty big for this team. If you had another first down in the red zone, that's huge for them.
You know, also on that, back to that fourth down play, the fullback number 4, Jeremy Willis, really had a great block there.
Yeah, that whole line just pushed through and made sure they got the yardage they needed.
And there's a flag on the field. I wonder what the call is.
Yeah, the flag is actually a timeout, Teaneck.
Now is the time for Teaneck to really, again, Coach Henry needs to put an emphasis on this incredible drive. They pretty much equaled up the possession time with this drive.
I'm sure the Wayne Hills coaching staff is thanking Teaneck for that timeout. Now they can talk to the defense, hopefully regroup them, and not let up a touchdown here.
You know, before I actually saw junior Chris Lohman in at defensive tackle. You know, he's a pretty big kid, strong kid. You know, let's see what he could do here. Maybe they put him back in with a couple other big kids like junior Chris Kelly.
Yeah, or James Kelly.
James Kelly? Yeah,
he hasn't been playing that much this year, Chris Lohman, but he's been getting some experience tonight, and he's been doing pretty well.
Well, if you've seen some of the JV games, I feel like Lohman has been one of the star defensemen on the D-line for the Wayne Hills Patriots junior varsity squad.
So we'll see what Teaneck does here. Now, if you're Teaneck, let's say you end it and it's fourth down and you don't even have a touchdown. Are you going to go for the touchdown or are you going to go for the field goal?
Well, they have to get every point they can here, so it really is a tough call. It depends on how close they are to the goal line.
Depends what the clock says too. If they're still on this drive with 1:20 left, I would kick the field goal just to get some points.
Hand off to Malik Lee, about a gain of 3 yards, and that's a solid play just to bring him in the 5-yard line until the touchdown.
You know, this comes back to the size of that offensive line for Teaneck. They're really doing a great job getting off the ball and really, you know, cutting down on the defensive line of the Patriots.
Agreed, Mike. I think that Malik Lee, with his speed and the offensive line opening up holes for him, this is what really emphasized the drive here for this Teaneck Highwaymen team to break out the incredible speed defensive line for the Wayne Hills Patriots.
And it's just surprising. Teaneck's 0-4, and they're facing this Wayne Hills team, and they're competing. And the pass to Devontae Locada, and he's brought down about no gain. That was a good play by this Wayne Hills defense.
Well, you know, that was a very tricky play call. You know, the cornerback stayed their ground, and they really did a great job of wrapping him up for a nice little tackle there.
So it's 3rd and goal. We'll see what they can do here, if they can put some points on the board on this play. As the crowd's really getting into it, making sure they don't want Wayne Hills to score.
Yeah, so Wayne Hills faithful.
Making sure they want Teaneck to score.
Oh, yeah.
The Wayne Hills faithful has really been cheering this team on throughout the ups and downs of this season.
The play action, and he's dancing around. He's down. A sack by Christian Rodriguez. A great play on 3rd down.
This guy is great on offense, great on defense. I mean, we're going to be saying this guy's name all night. Excellent sack. What a play by him and Justin Hogan.
Christian Rodriguez is a 3-way player. He's a standout on special teams. Obviously, you know, his offensive and his rushes. But defense, he's really coming around, too. You know, he's playing that middle linebacker's position. He's doing really well tonight.
So with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left, it looks like Teaneck is going to go for it on 4th down. It's a pretty, you know, big call.
Well, you know, it's also a pretty far field goal for the average high school kicker, too. You have to keep that in mind. We also have a gift in Eric Martinez.
Yeah, not everyone has an Eric Martinez on their team.
The flag is called. I think it might be a offsides on the Wayne Hills team, which would be very beneficial for the Teaneck Highwaymen.
The call was against Teaneck. It looks like they're moving back.
Well, that's really damaging. I mean, this drive.
You know, fourth down here, fourth and goal, and they're on, the what looks like the 17-yard line. You know, they have to throw it up to the end zone.
Yeah, on the 12-yard line, this is going to be a tough play. 17-yard line, my mistake.
And this is about time for the Wayne Hills defense to really put a stop to this Teaneck drive.
Elia Bethea takes the snap. He's looking deep. He's dancing around. Doesn't have room to go. And he's sacked by Rob Levine. A fantastic tackle to really end that for them.
Also, Chris Lohman, the junior, also got in there. And he got the first initial hand on the quarterback, Elijah Bethea, there.
The defensive line as a whole has really empowered the size of the Teaneck line. If you look at my key player, Justin Hogan, moving his left tackle out of the way.
Yeah, that was a fantastic way for Wayne Hills to, end that drive and make sure they don't let Teaneck put any points on the board. So that makes you wonder, should they have kicked the field goal there?
Well, if they had the means to, if they had the skill at the kicker position.
Andrew, what do you think right now Justin DeGroat's going to do with 1:25 left in the half?
Looks like he's going to do a little play action. He's looking deep to Eric Moskal, and he catches it down at about the 29-yard line. A fantastic play.
That was all Teaneck's drive in one throw. What a play by Justin DeGroat, looking deep, and Moskal running so fast to get out of that coverage.
Well, Andrew, you've said it all week. No one throws a prettier 50-yard spiral than Justin DeGroat.
Yeah, I've been saying that all week, Mike. You're right.
He's been getting very comfortable at this varsity quarterback position, really wiping off the pressure.
So Justin DeGroat under center. A pitch to Christian Rodriguez and a huge block, and he's taken down about a gain of 7 or 8 yards. Fantastic run with a minute left in this first half.
With a minute left, do you think they're going to go with Martinez, their ace kicker?
I think they're going to look for a touchdown. They have 2 timeouts left with a little less than a minute left.
No, never mind.
So Justin DeGroat walking up to the line. Justin DeGroat under center. And the handoff to Christian Rodriguez. And he's got basically nothing, about a gain of 1 yard. So there's 36 seconds left and a timeout by Wayne Hills. We'll see what they do here.
Well, you see Eric Martinez practicing on the sideline. I feel like they're going to go with the kick. I think that's the safest option.
Well, we have a lot of time left. We have 36 seconds. That's, 2 shots to the end zone and then a potential kick.
And I almost guarantee he's not kicking the field goal here since Justin DeGroat's in the huddle. So we'll see what Coach Olson has up his sleeve for this third down play. It's a big play. If they can go up 21-0 going into the locker room, that'd be huge for them.
And even with a field goal here, that could just take the momentum right out of Teaneck's hands. They had a huge drive there, and now this big throw to start off the second drive, or the fourth drive for Wayne Hills of the game, is really, really beneficial and taking the confidence right out of the Highwaymen.
And the team lines up. Justin DeGroat under center. Takes the snap. Play action. He's looking deep to Nick Trentacasa, and he's tackled by the shoelaces at about the 6-yard line. A great play for that first down with 30 seconds left.
Well, that's exactly what they wanted to do here. Get the first down, maybe a couple extra yards, and now they just have a short little run into the end zone, Andrew.
Yeah, we'll see. They can get an easy run here with their offensive line and Christian Rodriguez. I could see a run here, but their passing game has been very good tonight. The pitch to Christian Rodriguez, and he's going to run that in for a touchdown. Wayne Hills leads 20-0, going on 21.
Rodriguez with an excellent run, takes out the side, goes to the sideline, follows his blockers, and that makes the game 20-0 with Eric Martinez heading out to kick the extra point.
I was actually really impressed there with the blocking from the wide receivers. Once Christian Rodriguez got to the outside, it's almost like he just walked right into the end zone.
Yeah, for most teams, wide receivers, they don't block well. But this Wayne Hills team, they teach their wide receivers they need to block, and they do it fantastically. And the kick is up and good. Eric Martinez stays perfect for extra points on the season.
Well, that was an excellent drive. They took Teaneck's about 15-play drive and turned it into 5. What a play by the Patriots here.
That was a fantastic way to bounce back after letting Teaneck get all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just a great way to, bounce back, and they scored. So,
well, the momentum of that drive really started with that 4th down play on defense against the Highwaymen. What if you're Teaneck there in a situation like that? Like, what are you thinking right now?
Well,
I'm thinking now I should have kicked a field goal. Then, they were hot. They weren't getting stopped. I would go for it.
You think a touchback here for Eric Martinez?
No doubt.
what does Teaneck do with 18 seconds left and probably a touchback from Martinez? What are they going to do? Try to move it up until a half comes? I mean, you don't want to get
They run the ball right up the middle. They take a knee. They don't want to risk any injury going into half. And there's Coach Olson talking to Rob Levine on the sideline. So Wayne Hill's lining up for this kickoff.
I think that those might have been words of encouragement for the tackles that Rob Levine did. He was excellent on the line for that whole drive Teaneck had.
Yeah, and he had that huge sack to end their drive. That was just fantastic. But here's the kickoff. Eric Martinez running up for the kick. It's in the air. That's a booming kick for a touchback. That's 3 for 4 tonight on touchbacks. That's fantastic.
If you're Teaneck, how does that kill your momentum going into a drive?
Well,
to know that you're going to start at the 20-yard line every time.
Well, that's a special teams thing. I mean, if they had more speed on that and the line really stepped up there, that could have been a gain. Because you don't always have to kneel it down for a touchback.
What were you just saying? Sorry to our viewers. You may have got a little lost on that one. But as Teaneck lines up here, they're in the huddle for a long time. You think they're actually going to try to score a touchdown on here?
Well, there's 18 seconds left. They're down by 3 scores. They have to do something. Maybe just a quick pass to end the half and go into the locker room with something positive to talk about.
Well, you just saw Justin DeGroat with that bomb. I mean, I think Teaneck could do it too.
And it looks like Teaneck is just going to take a knee to end this half, as Wayne Hills leads 21-0 over this Teaneck Highwaymen team. Wayne Hills just sheer dominance this whole game. What can you look for in the second half from both teams?
Well, they have to stop the big plays from Teaneck. We saw a bunch of them to get to that, red zone stance on defense. If you're Teaneck, you have to be thinking they got to get more points. They have to get points on the board somehow. And, they really have to, come up with a different game plan, strategy, or something.
Well, Teaneck actually didn't have that bad of the first half regarding the circumstances. You're coming up against a Wayne Hills team who's really trying to put the fist on getting all of their anger out from the loss against St. Joe's last week.
I think if you play any team and you go into halftime down 21-0, that's pretty bad. But here's our fourth member of the broadcast crew, Mike DeFury with Coach Goldstein.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm with Coach Goldie. Coach, despite the Teaneck Highlanders sustaining a drive against your defense, how big was it for your defense to sustain a stop like that?
Very good. Keep them out of the end zone confidence-wise, but like you said, too much, giving up too much. You know how we are here. We don't like giving up any yards, and we gave up way too many on that drive.
And how good do you think, if you had to comment on the play from your junior, Nick Falzareno, getting his first start at safety, how would you say he played in the first half?
Pretty good. He made a real nice play on, I believe, third down there on the bubble screen. He's getting his feet wet in some major varsity action. He's doing a great job.
Thanks, Coach. Up to you guys.
Thanks, Mike. As you heard there, letting up that many yards, if you're Wayne Hills, you can never do that. But as it's 21-0 at halftime, Wayne Hills leads. Here's the marching band, directed by Christopher DeWild.
Kevin Fitzgerald, Anton Gilgore, and Victoria Lay. Librarians Brielle Chamberlain, Curry Kupak, Neetu Nirapil, and Alyssa Shiner. The Patriot Marching Band field repertoire is Drive, Cruisin', Traffic, Country Road, and Heading Home. The Wayne Hills Patriot Marching Band.
And I have a friend at the Valley game. What's the? Oh. Next week. We gotta win next week. We gotta, yes, correct. No, you mean Passaic County. Passaic County, Tech, and Pascack Valley, us. Yeah, no, but Passaic Valley.
I know, that's a win. But they're shaking up now.
Oh, us 4-4?
Well, you gotta say it.
No, Passaic Tech is a big team, and so is Pascack. tractor. He's got the side of his truck has a bar, shelf, food inside, the whole thing. They want to come in, okay. So they start hanging out with us. Go back to the truck. Now we're drinking. Okay. I'm driving their car. No, because I went in his van. So now the one girl has a brand new Mercedes temporary license plate. She has just gotten one of those E350s. I'm driving it with one of the other guys and the girl, and her, she has a drinking device. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Let's go. It was that day where it was the Giant game early, the 1 o'clock game, and then the Jet game at night. So what happens to the ball? Like this. People scream. It goes right on River Street. So then what happens is, now it's about, it's the later games, it's about 8, 9 o'clock. All of a sudden, at commercials, when your home commercial goes to your fridge, they come close. So now you're dead. As soon as the commercial's over, everybody's back to watching the game. Amazing. Yes, they do. Right on the water, and you're seeing New York City. It's called the Wicked Wall. Just walking back. No, not towards the Green Rock where we went. Back the other way, towards the river. And then come around like 1 block back there. Yeah. I can't show you everything. I keep 1 or 2 places for next time. No, for next time. There's no eating. No, there's no eating. It's all drinking. And you don't order mixed drinks or nothing. It's all beer. Blue Man Group. We should do something different. Dress them all up in those maroon suits and with drums. You're right, with drums and do a Blue Man Group thing. You got more energy? No, this band. That's what they were. Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's return that salute with an appropriate standing round of applause for a stellar performance, as well as that stellar performance by the visiting Teaneck Highwaymen prior to the game.
And here comes Ricky off to a good start with the salad and almond milk. He's going for the nacho cheese chips. Oh, and he puts them back and goes for the classics. An interesting choice there.
Looks like he wants to eat more healthy today, John. And now it looks like he's going to get a cookie.
Oatmeal.
Oh, baby, that's the way the cookie crumbles. It's nacho cheese, though.
And we're back at Patriot Stadium, where the Wayne Hills Patriots lead 21-0 over this Teaneck Highwaymen team. And the kick is off to start the second half. And Christian Rodriguez on the return. He's going right up the middle. He's got some daylight to the outside. Anthony Kenny on the block, and he's taken down at about the 51-yard line.
Yeah, well, that was a great return, especially to start off the first half and get the momentum and the blood pumping here for the Wayne Hills Patriots.
You know, like you said, Andrew, on that Anthony Kenny block, a lot of juniors and a lot of sophomores are stepping up here now. They're starting to get some playing time and reps on special teams, and they're doing a great job at it.
Yeah, this season we've had a few games that have been, blowouts, and the sophomores, the juniors, they've all gotten some pretty good playing time.
Well, it's only 3 scores, but, we are in the driver's seat here, I would say, Andrew.
I would totally agree with you.
If we get a good drive here, the game is almost out of reach for the Highwaymen.
So Justin DeGroat lines up under center. The snap, handoff to Christian Rodriguez. He's taking it to the outside. Oh, he's flipping. He's going to the other side. He's got some room. And about a gain of 2 yards, maybe 1 yard.
Still, what a play of athleticism by Christian Rodriguez.
Yeah, he took a negative and made it a positive. You can't ask for much more than that in a situation like that.
Well, I was also very impressed with Justin DeGroat. He came out, threw a couple of blocks himself. He's a very tough kid, very athletic. And, he's got a real good future coming here at Wayne Hills.
Yeah, that's definitely right. You don't usually see quarterbacks, blocking.
Well, you see Tim Tebow block.
Tim Tebow, some would say he's not a quarterback.
Well, this is true.
And Justin lines up under center. He's looking deep. He's got Eric Moskal to the outside. He made one man miss. He's going about a gain of 14 yards. A beautiful play from this Wayne Hills Patriots offense.
Yeah, you see Eric Moskal's feet dig in right as he turns and explodes, trying to get the first down there. Excellent reception.
Well, Andrew, we also saw a lot of poise in the pocket there by Justin DeGroat there.
It's really amazing since his first game until now how we've seen him evolve into really being a great starting QB for this varsity Wayne Hills Patriots team.
I was at the Wayne Valley game. I'm sitting in the bleachers, and I'm thinking to myself, that this kid's really afraid to throw the ball here.
And Jake Van Penen gets it about a gain of 4 yards on the screen pass. That was a pretty good play. That's a pretty hard pass to make in such a quick situation, but he made it look easy.
Well, Abraham Cayetta has seemed very shaken up after that play.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about that. He seemed like he's fine.
He's a pretty big kid. I think he'll walk right off the field or right back into the huddle, actually.
So as you see the Wayne Hills team waiting for the play from junior quarterback Justin DeGroat.
And, I've been really impressed with him this game. And, I was saying before, and then I got cut off by the play. And, he really has come into his own the past 3-4 games.
He's really been playing better and better each play. It looks like a little movement from the defensive line, and they're throwing a flag.
That would be an offsides and a little bit of pushing over at the line after the play.
Yeah, probably a little encroachment on this Teaneck Highwaymen team. Nope, they're moving it back for Wayne Hills. Delay of game against the Wayne Hills Patriots. Now, in a game like this, they're winning 21-0. Is that really that much of a momentum killer?
No, after the past couple of passes I saw from Justin, I'm not worried at all here.
You did see Olsen yelling into the ear of DeGroat. I wonder what he was saying. What do you think he was saying?
He was probably just saying, make sure you get the call in, hustle up, and make sure you get the play off. And Justin DeGroat, the play action, he's looking. A pass to Nick Trenacana is incomplete. And that looked like it could have been a gain for a first down. That would have been a big play.
Well, we saw the defensive end coming around the right side, and he swallowed right up by Chris Rodriguez. Great blocking there.
Now, it'll be a third down for the Wayne Hills Patriots. What do you think they're going to do here, pass or run?
I think they've got to pass in this situation. I think the way the passing game's been going, you see Christian Rodriguez is coming out, so is Matt Shunke. I don't think they're going to run it on this play.
Well, I feel that the wide receivers really need to beat this Teaneck secondary. How do you think, Mike, the Teaneck secondary has been playing?
Well, they've forced with a lot of speed, a lot of talent on the ball for the
They got
Patriots.
3 wide. Justin Grote steps back. He's got Eric Moskal open. And a beautiful catch by Eric Moskal. A gain of about 14 yards. A fantastic play.
You know, that's exactly what I was looking to see here. Maybe, you know, a nice little slant to the middle of the field and moving the chains on 3rd down. That's exactly what you wanted to do. Great play by Justin. Great play by Eric.
That was a great play. You see Christian Rodriguez and Justin Hogan come back. So look for them to run it on this play. Their big fullback, Justin Hogan, Christian Rodriguez. He can knock everyone down. Look for a big run here.
Like you said in the first half, Andrew, Justin DeGroat has a laser beam.
And a handoff to Christian Rodriguez right up the middle, and he powers through and gets about 4 yards.
And what a run by Christian Rodriguez. The one thing you want in a running back is consistency, and that's what you get out of Christian Rodriguez, number 6 here from the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Well, it's true, Max. You know, every time he touches the ball, he's at least getting 4 or 5 yards off of it, and he's always fighting for more yards.
Yeah, it always takes at least 2 or 3 guys to take him down, too. He never lets just one guy take him down.
Mike, what do you think the Patriots are going to do here?
Well, you know, they have Rodriguez in the back, maybe a pass.
Looks like a handoff. He's going. Christian Rodriguez taking it outside, and a gain of 12 yards. A beautiful run by Christian Rodriguez.
Again, vision. Christian Rodriguez has one of the best vision I've ever seen in a running back. He can find a hole, and he will pick it in half of a millisecond, and it's just incredible.
And you don't see Christian Rodriguez get too comfortable and always try to take it to the outside. He really takes what he can get. If it's open in the middle, or if he has to, you know, knock over one guy to go up the middle, he does it. He doesn't always just try to force it to the outside.
Well, the line also did a great job opening up a hole just so he could get through and burst through that hole with a lot of speed and a lot of power.
So you see Justin DeGroat under center. The handoff to Christian Rodriguez. He's going to the outside. He's got some room, and he's taken down at about the 1.5 yard line. A great run to set him up for a touchdown here.
And he extended the arm like Tiki Barber there, looking to fight for some extra yards.
You know, it was a great stiff arm like you had mentioned, Max. And, you know, very precise on the measurement, Andrew. 1.5 yards.
You know, I have a ruler built into my head.
It's good.
So they line up here with 2 fullbacks. And Christian Rodriguez is going right up the middle. He's forcing his way in, and it looks like touchdown, Wayne Hills. The ref signaled touchdown.
Well, we saw that against the Teaneck game. They come in with 2 fullbacks, and they just send Rodriguez right up the middle. If he can't get through with a hole, then he just jumps right over the top. Here, he had a nice hole, and he ran right through.
So you see Eric Martinez here line up for the extra point. Like, do you even expect him to not make it? Like,
it's a given he's going to make it.
And a beautiful kick right through the uprights, and the kick is good for the extra point. So Wayne Hills leads 28-0, and we got a report from our sideline reporter, Mike DeFury.
Hey, thanks, guys. As you can see, Wayne Hills just sustained a very good drive. Now, I got some stats at halftime. Wayne Hills has 106 yards passing in the first half and 119 yards rushing in the first half. It's been great balance on offense, and the play action has set up Wayne Hills scores. Back up to you guys.
Thanks, Mike. I got a question. You know, this is a breakout game for Justin DeGroat, having over 100 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns already. What's the emotion like on the sideline with all the players?
Well, Justin, he's just getting more and more confident with every throw. You see his receivers are helping him out, getting open between the zone coverages, and this is just a great confidence booster for Justin, guys.
Thanks, Mike. So you guys, you heard Justin DeGroat has over 100 yards passing. What do you see to come after this game as they move forward and try to make the playoffs?
Well, you know, they definitely have to get Justin some more reps. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends the game with, you know, maybe 230 yards, maybe even 250 yards throwing the ball.
Well, I saw after school he was really working with Olsen on his play in the pocket and his extension on his arm. They're really looking for him to be the key guy for the rest of the season until Kevin comes back, obviously.
Eric Martinez with the kick. The kick is up. And it looks like it will be a touchback. Oh, yes, a touchback. That's, what is that, 4 for 5 on the night?
I believe so, Andrew. And you see that again, like that trick play that they almost set up the last time they had a return.
Yeah, they've just been playing amazingly on all aspects of the game tonight. Special teams, offense, defense, even if you go more in depth, the running game, the passing game, everything's been working for them tonight.
As we said in the beginning, special teams is the vital area for this Patriots team.
Well, what do you think they need to do here on defense?
I think they need to get a stop them early. Like Coach Goldstein said before halftime or during halftime, you can't let them get that many yards. Even though they got to stop earlier, you can't let them get that many yards. And the handoff to Malik Allen, he's taking it to the outside. He's got some room, and he's down about a 17-yard gain. A fantastic run by Malik Allen.
Malik Lee is really doing a great job.
Yes, Malik Lee, my mistake.
He's really doing a great job. And, he's really quick. I'm actually really surprised to see that, he has this great speed. And he's been doing a great job this whole game. What do you think, Max?
I feel like if they could keep running the ball up, it would create plays for the arm on Elijah Bethia and look for his key receivers.
So after that score, you see the Wayne Hills faithful starting to leave the game. They know this is over. But Malik Lee up the middle, about a gain of 3 or 4 yards. A nice solid run.
Crazier things has happened, Andrew. Crazier things have happened here in this game of football.
Are you talking about then the run or the Wayne Hills faithful leaving?
No, that they could come back.
They could come back, but I think this Wayne Hills team is trained so well with a 28-0 lead. They know what they're doing. As you see there, a shot of the marching band. They've been loud all night playing their instruments. They sound great.
Coach Olson really is having a great, the defense is really having a great job. He's talking to sophomore defensive end Justin Hogan there.
So the snap to Elijah Bethea, and the pass to number 3, Muhammad Beretti, is stopped right after the catch by Preston Quinn.
Well, I feel like now's the time to really give your underclassmen some key experience here in varsity football and prepare them just in case another freak injury happens like what happened with Kevin. I mean, Justin was just thrown into the Wolves in that Wayne Valley game. So if we could give our underclassmen a little more experience, I feel that would be better if a sudden injury happens.
Yeah, that's definitely key to always have your players have at least a little experience for any, moment that happens. But you see there the Teaneck Highwaymen in the huddle getting their play in. What do you think they're going to do here? Keep on passing, maybe run it with Malik Lee?
I think they're going to run it here. I mean, it's 3rd and short.
And the handoff to Malik Lee, and he's got some daylight. He's going right up the middle. He's at the 20, and he's taken down. Oh. And a fumble! Fumble recovery by Preston Quinn. A fantastic way to stop that run.
Nick Falzerano, the junior starting safety, gets the nod from Chris Olson tonight, and he's doing a great job. And, he forced an incomplete pass before, and he forced a fumble here. He's definitely going to get some key playing time on varsity the next couple of weeks.
Well, I mean, it's half the battle to really hold on to the football when you're being tackled. I mean, that was an excellent run by Malik Lee, but Quinn really beat him to it.
That was a fantastic play, and that just is a huge momentum booster for this drive for Wayne Hills. With 5:28 left in this third quarter, up 28-0, they're just going to look to keep on, scoring and scoring. So you see Justin the Grill under center, and the handoff to Christian Rodriguez. He's got about a gain of 1 or 2 yards.
Well, that's what they need to do. They need to get out of this crucial situation where they're backed up against the end zone.
Yeah, that's a, some people always wonder, should you pass there just to get it out of your end zone, or should you run so you don't risk a safety? But I think if you make it work, either way can, be successful.
In a situation like that, you definitely have to look to the run just to give you a couple of yards. And because otherwise, if they sack you, you have a better shot at losing yards than if, you run the ball.
As you see there, the Wayne Hills Patriot cheerleaders, they've been getting the crowd excited into this game all day. Justin Groh under center. The handoff to Christian Rodriguez. He's got some room. He's cutting it to the outside, back into the inside, and a nice gain of about 8 yards. A fantastic run.
Now you're starting to see the frustration on the bench of Teaneck. I mean, the defense has really been having a rough night.
Yeah, the Teaneck defense really has just had no answer for anything Wayne Hills has been doing.
Well, the Patriot defense also, they're just taking away so much momentum from the Highwaymen's offense. That's 2 plays in this game where, they just absolutely, demoralize the morale of the Teaneck team.
Yeah, Teaneck has gone inside the red zone twice, and both times they haven't even put 1 point on the board. You can't do that if you're a high school football team. But you see they're bringing out the chains here to check for a measurement. The refs are lining it up. And it looks like first down for Wayne Hills.
First down, Patriots.
That was key. I mean, they were backed up. They almost got safetied a couple times. I think that the Patriots now have a good chance to make another one of those classic drives that we always seem to see. I mean, Mike, do you think they're going to go aerial again like they did in the first half with Eric Moskal and Justin DeGroat?
Well, it depends. There's 4:15 left in the game, 4:15 left in the quarter, and they're up by 4 scores.
And the handoff to Christian Rodriguez. He's making a spin, and he's on his feet. He's cutting it to the outside, and a gain of about 11 yards. A beautiful run. See, the impact of Matt Schunke coming back from that injury has really influenced this team greatly.
I mean, Matt Schunke, what can you say about him? He has really pushed, the run game completely up for Wayne Hills.
Well, this just in, Christian Rodriguez has 120 rushing yards on the night.
He's been playing fantastically, and they've had no answer for him all game.
Well, what do you think they're going to do here, Andrew?
Well, the running game's working on this drive, but I could see a play action, see the arm of Justin DeGroat. They got Jake Van Peen and Eric Moskal wide. And it is a play action. He's got Eric Moskal. He's passing to Jake Van Peen, and an interception by number 10, Rashad Edwards. And that's really just a momentum killer for Wayne Hills.
They started off that play good. I even thought the run was going. That was an excellent play action fake, and he scrambled out. Something went wrong. He underthrew the pass. I mean, can't blame him for that.
Well, as good as a game Justin's having, he's still trying to work out kinks. He's only a junior. He's still young. He's got a lot of time left at the varsity level. It's really not something that they have to worry about.
But talk about a momentum killer for Wayne Hills. That's a huge momentum booster for the Teaneck Highwaymen. I could see them doing big things on this drive after that.
Especially since, when you talk about interceptions, you wouldn't think Teaneck would have the first interception of the night.
Yeah, I guess so. But we see Elijah Bethea line up in shotgun. The snap. He's running out of the pocket and almost intercepted, but number 8, Devontae Locadia, catches it for about a gain of 17 yards.
That was an amazing catch by Locadia. I mean, he really scrambled out with 2 on, the safety and the cornerback. He made a great play, a great cut in, and that was well placed by Elijah Bethea.
And that's what Coach Goldstein was talking about. They can't give up too many yards, and that kind of play, they're not happy with giving up that kind of play.
Well, another thing I noticed on that play was that Coach Olson sent Steve Pisterla in on the blitz from the linebacker position. So they were a little light-handed in the middle of the field there.
Yeah, and he was about 2 seconds away from getting the sack there. He almost had it.
It's true.
So Elijah Bethea lines up in the shotgun. And the snap. He's looking to run it. He goes right up the middle, about a gain of 1 yard. Not really much there.
Well, that was a great play by Bethea by holding on to the ball. It looked like he had one hand down, and he curled the ball into his chest and broke his fall. Excellent play.
Well, the band and the crowd going crazy here on the Wayne Hills side of the field. The band's really getting the crowd into it, so are the cheerleaders.
If you're Wayne Hills here, are you looking for just a stop, with 2 more plays or 3 more plays, or are you looking for, a turnover like they've been doing?
I'm thinking they're looking for the turnover, a big momentum boost, maybe even a pick 6.
And the snap, handoff to Malik Lee. He's going right up the middle, and he's stopped about a gain of 3 yards. So it's 3rd and 7 here.
That was it was a good thought process by Malik Lee, but Hills beat him to it.
Well, we've seen this a lot. Malik Lee has really been trying to stretch plays out and really trying to make the most of everything. When you're up against such a ferocious and quick defense like the Patriots, you really have to fight for everything.
Yeah, as the clock's winding down, about 1:40 left in this 3rd quarter. And the snap. And the pass right to number 1, Malik Lee. He's going right up the middle, and a spin, and he's taken down at about the 17-yard line.
That
Excellent catch by Malik Lee. I mean, you see how back Bethea went in the pocket. He had to look for something quick and get it off, or else he was going to be sacked for a major loss. How do you feel about that,
It looked
Mike?
like that was a designed play, actually. They let the defensive line right in, and Malik Lee was wide open right up the middle.
A lot of times on screens, what they do is they the linemen put one hit on the defensive line, let them in, and then they go out and block the secondary and the linebackers.
So we'll see Elijah Bethea lining up under center. He's been really in shotgun most of this game. And a fumble.
Oh, fumble.
We'll see who recovers that. Looks like it could have been Wayne Hills.
I think Malik Lee got the first hand on it.
Looks like Malik Lee recovered that. If you're Teaneck, that was a lucky play to recover that after making a mistake like that with less than a minute left in this third quarter.
That was the momentum change that the Wayne Hills Patriots was looking for. They didn't quite convert on it. Let's see if they could do it again here.
So what kind of play do you think is going to come here? 2nd and 12. They have no points on the board. 30 seconds left in this third quarter. You think they're going in the air for a touchdown?
You know, maybe they'll throw it to their big tight end, number 9.
Ibrahim Keita. He's
Yeah.
been playing well all game when he's gotten the ball.
Their wide receivers have such
Snap.
speed.
The pass to number 3, Muhammad Beretti. He's making one-man miss, and Craig Kuhnlein tackles him about a gain of 3 yards.
I'll tell you, the one thing that Teaneck really has going for them tonight, and one thing going for them is the speed of those wide receivers.
Yeah, their whole receiving core and their running core has been playing pretty well. It's just their line has really been letting things, that are bad happen to them.
End of the fourth quarter, and let's send it down to our fourth.
So that's the end of the third quarter. Wayne Hills leads 28-0, and we have a report from our fourth member of our crew, Mike DeFury.
Hey guys, you're here heading into the fourth quarter. Wayne Hills has sustained a large lead. Now, next week they have the biggest game of their season against a very, very talented Pascack Valley team. So this fourth quarter should really be a confidence-building quarter for the Wayne Hills Patriots. Back up to you guys.
Hey Mike, I have a question. You're down there, you get more of a feel for everything. Do you think maybe sophomore QB Peter Pawlowski will get some reps in this game?
I think he should. Justin needs to stay healthy for that Pascack game next week. I think they should throw in the sophomore Pete Pawlowski to get some reps.
Okay, you heard it from Mike DeFury. Let's see if Peter Pawlowski comes back into the game and gets some reps. He got a few reps against Tenafly.
If they put Pete Pawlowski in the game, you think they're gonna let him pass the ball a little bit?
Well, in all the games he's played, he hasn't passed yet, so I think they should just finally give him the experience of passing the ball.
Well, he is one of the keys to the future of Wayne Hills football. Pete Pawlowski, a sophomore, young kid, really tall, and he has a pretty good arm too.
Guys, if you remember, in the Northern Highlands game, first game of the season, Kevin was in for a while, and everybody thought that they should have threw Justin DeGroat in, but they didn't, and that's when Kevin broke his foot, and that was crucial. But we'll see what they do. I mean, there's always a reason. So, Andrew, what do you think the thought process is for this Highwaymen team here in the fourth quarter?
I think their thought process is to score fast and then possibly an onside kick.
Elijah back in the pocket, scrambles, still it's loose, and a takedown.
No, it was a great play by number 56, Chris Lohman, and number 77, Rob Levine.
They've really been on top of the quarterback and running back all game, getting a lot of tackles.
I'm actually very impressed with Chris Lohman, the junior, coming in from the JV squad and really stepping up and playing a big role tonight.
Yeah, some people think him and James Kelly are just good at fishing. They're great football players.
No, it's true. Lohman and James Kelly are, they're good friends off the field, and they're really good at football together too. They make a great tag team up in the middle at defensive tackle.
Well, the one thing that you have with this Wayne Hills defensive line is a lot of chemistry. I mean, you see them get into the backfield 3 times a drive. Now, Bethea back in the pocket, sends it up for a touchdown. Number 8, Devontae Lakota makes it, puts the Highwaymen back on the board again, and what a throw that was by Bethea.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play to see Devontae Lakota wide open in the end zone, and that was a pretty tough catch because you saw the cornerback come back. but
they're calling it a touchdown. It's official. And now they go for the PAT to make it a 28-7 game. Now, what if you're Wayne Hills, Mike? What do you do here?
Well, you have to get the ball back on offense, and you have to score. You have to, they score. They got a lot of momentum. They have to look to kill that momentum. They have to kill it quick, and they have to score.
On the coaching staff, they do look a little frustrated right now in the Hills defense. And Mohamed Beretti looking to kick the extra point, putting his black shoe on.
Yeah,
he actually has one black shoe and one white shoe on.
Well, he actually has one of those old school kicking boots where, the front toe is flat and, you just kick it straight on. Whereas Eric Martinez for Wayne Hills wears like a soccer cleat and he kicks it with his instep instead of the toe.
You heard it from Mike Caggiano, the cleat expert on this Wayne Hills announcing team.
He's really studying shoes this weekend. As Mohamed Birdie, the junior, coming to kick the extra point and make it a 28-7 game in the fourth quarter with 10:59 left at Patriot Stadium. I mean, do you think this one's out of reach yet, Mike?
For Teaneck?
Yes.
Well, it depends. Maybe they missed the extra point and it's still 6-0 and 6:28. It's really not that close of a game if you say. But, they're still down 3 touchdowns.
As you see special team Walt Johnson come onto the field and talk to the ref, what do you think happened there?
Yeah, I couldn't answer that. I didn't hear the conversation. I don't know.
Kick is blocked.
And, that's actually one of the downsides of those field goal, of those kicking shoes. It doesn't get the ball up high enough because you're just kind of hitting the bottom of it and you're not lifting it up.
Mike, what do you do during algebra class? You study shoes? you gotta pay more attention in school. This shoe stuff, a little too much.
Well, like you said 2 weeks ago, I do have experience playing myself, so I know a thing or two.
To our new viewers, anyone who didn't see last week, Mike Caggiano was a star defensive tackle at DePaul Catholic his freshman year. Due to injury, he didn't play, and then he transferred to Wayne Hills. But now he's a crucial member of our Wayne Hills TV announcing crew.
It's
Thank
true.
You, Mike. We don't know what we would do without you.
Well, it's true. Who else would teach you about the football cleats?
We would have had to pay some expert to come in and teach us about this stuff.
And now as Teaneck lines up for the kickoff, back to return.
Now, if you look back there,
player.
Craig Kuhnlein, Steve Pasterla, Christian Rodriguez, and Jake Van Penen. Is there any bigger 4-player, threat for a kickoff return in the state of New Jersey?
No, I mean, that's an incredible foursome there. There's, you got all 4 are excellent runners and very strong kids. And, they're noticed by the state, all 4 of them. It doesn't get any better than that. And the kick is off. And it'll bounce back for a touchback.
That's the first touchback for the Teaneck Highwaymen all game, even though it was just their second kick. But
it's impressive. I mean, the kicker for Teaneck, number 3, Mohamed Beretta, he's really doing a great job just trying to get it out there and send it to him. It doesn't necessarily have to be a high booming kick like Eric Martinez, but just enough with enough speed, enough velocity so that it makes it difficult for the people to catch.
As you see on the scoreboard, 10:57 left in this game where Wayne Hills leads 28-6. And what can you see from the Wayne Hills offense here? You think they're going to, give Justin a lot more reps passing the ball?
Well, I think they have to this drive. They have to get a touchdown. Look to them to have a couple of big passes, and then, maybe they switch it up in the middle of the fourth quarter.
As Hills lines up with Shunky and Rodriguez, and a handoff to Rodriguez. Moves it back. Here comes the Grote. Knocked out of bounds at around the 30-yard line. That was an excellent play fake there with the fake handoff and the scramble back by DeGroat.
That was actually a great call. Coach Olson with a little chicory, thinking that they gave the handoff to the star running back Christian Rodriguez, but they keep the ball with Justin. Let's see if we see that a couple more
Yeah,
times
that
this
was
game.
definitely a great play, but the holding call really killed that play. Now they're being brought back.
Mike, if you're Dan Henry, the coach of Teaneck, what would you be thinking right now with this score and the time left in the fourth quarter?
Well, you have to put points on the board. You have to get a stop on defense. If I'm them here, this holding call is a gift. They have to get a fumble or an interception. They have to really kill the momentum of the Patriots.
I mean, as you noticed in the Wayne Hills and Wayne Valley game, Wayne Hills didn't do such a good job back at their own end zone. Here comes DeGroat with the handoff, moving deep past the 10-yard line, being twirled up, and the tackle by Elijah Harris. Excellent play.
I'll tell you what, this Teaneck defense is really hungry now. They got Christian Rodriguez's number, and they're going to try to stick him to keep him as least amount of yards as possible.
As hungry as they were on that play, that was still a pretty good gain for Christian Rodriguez, being wrapped up by a guy right from the start.
What do you think? Well, as you see, the only thing Teaneck's really beating Wayne Hills in is secondary, cornerback versus wide receivers, etc.
I don't know if they're really beating them on that category.
Yeah, I don't know. There's been a couple of big plays to Eric Moskal and a couple of huge throws by Justin DeGroat. I wouldn't necessarily say that, Max.
Looks like a timeout by Wayne Hills.
And marching on the field, looking for a little place to regroup and talk about what they're going to do when the ball is on the 12-yard line. And that's a hard situation to have right now. On your own 10-yard line with 18 to go because of that holding penalty. And, I mean, what do you think? What would you do right now? Run it out?
Well, you have to throw the ball. There's no really other option, unless there's no way you're gonna run the ball, and plus you got to get more points on the board.
Yeah, 2nd and 18. They could run it, but they want to get Justin some more reps. I think they're going to pass it here, the next play, and the next play.
18 yards to go. 2nd down on Hill's own 12 with 10:31 left in the fourth quarter. And coming into a huge game against Pascack Valley next week, what is the rest of this game like for Wayne Hills?
Well, if I'm the coaching staff, I'd have to be a little nervous. The Teaneck's looking pretty ferocious this second half. Something happened in the locker room. Something clicked. Something, the coach of Teaneck said. They're really playing well. I'm actually impressed.
Tyler Schraddick has really been getting through. And here comes DeGroat moving in. Great play and a tackle by Rashad Edwards. Still some gain for Wayne Hills, but not exactly what they were looking for. What went wrong in that play, Andrew?
Well, I don't know if anything really went wrong. There was a nice gain of 6, and you can't, ask for too much more than that on a run play, but they're definitely going to pass here with 3rd and 14.
Yeah. That was a real moment. What do you think about that play? What went wrong, Mike?
I'll tell you what. You said what went wrong on that play. Nothing really went wrong. Like Andrew said, you got 6 yards. When you have 18 yards until the first down, that's really all you can do.
They got 3 wide here.
No one in the back. DeGroat back in the pocket. Scrambled, caught by Moskal. That'll be a first down, and he's wrapped up and taken down by Abraham Keita. Excellent catch by Eric Moskal. I mean, DeGroat and Moskal. Mike, what do you think about that pair tonight?
Well, that pairing tonight, they're doing really well. The senior Eric Moskal's really coming through tonight. He's, made a couple of huge catches. And Justin, we've been saying it all night. He's really has a laser arm. He's been putting the ball in the right spot. And, other than that one blemish of that interception, he's been playing great.
And here comes DeGroat, scrambling. Pass caught by Rodriguez. Takes it up the 40 to the 50, down the sidelines, and he is taken out of bounds by Rashad Edwards. And that was a killer play by this Patriots offense. What clicked on that play, Mike?
Well, they did a great job throwing the screen, and they perfect blocking. Justin did a good thing, and Christian Rodriguez, once he gets in the open field, he's looking touchdown all the way.
we've been talking all game, all season, how it takes so many people to take Christian Rodriguez down. And when he has open room, forget about it. He's getting 30 yards.
Back in the pocket. Catch by Moskal, who curls around, takes it back, and that'll be a first down for Wayne Hills. Again, taken down by Rashad Edwards.
A nice gain of 14 there. This passing game's really been amazing all game, and this is really like Justin's breakout game. I look for a lot more and bigger things as the season goes on.
That's actually what we talked about in the pregame. And Justin, this is really Justin's game to shine. And you know what else I'm liking? The matchup between Rashad Edwards and Eric Moskal.
Now back with the run. Here comes Shunky. Moves in and was clipped down on the leg. And that looks like
it looks like the play
fall.
didn't count. I think there was some sort of penalty on the field.
As Shunky lifts off, that could be a hard fall for Wayne Hills. Do you think they're going to go with Justin Hogan here?
Well, you already see him on the field, so I think that answered your question.
Do you think we're going to see more of Craig Kuhnlein in this game?
I've been surprised. Christian Rodriguez getting almost every carry this game. He's got to be tired. And I thought Craig Kuhnlein played well on the, that one drive that he was running it.
We've seen it in the past. Craig Kuhnlein comes into the game late and puts a couple of scores up. We saw that in a Teaneck game. He really came into his own that game. He really, scored a touchdown, had a couple of big runs. Let's see if they give him the ball here or in the game.
Now back with Hogan and Rodriguez, and 2 out and a handoff. Here comes Rodriguez curling around into the red zone, and he is taken down by Rashad Edwards. And Rashad Edwards has been playing excellent on that Teaneck secretary. What do you have to say about him, Andrew?
Well, that was a huge wrap up by Rashad Edwards. But then Central Scott with the final, hit to bring him down. That was a big hit by them.
Well, we've been saying it all game. Christian Rodriguez with taking 3 players to take him down. It still took him 3 players to get down. His own teammate, Eric Moskal, actually tripped him up a little bit too there.
Van Peenan burst off now. The pass to Van Peenan, who curls around over to the 10, and that looks like another first down for the Wayne Hills Patriots, and that puts them in very good field position. What do you think they're going to go for next, Mike?
Well, maybe they'll give it to Van Peenan again. He's young. He's a speed demon. Let's see what they do here.
And this has been a pretty great game for Jake Van Peenan also. He hasn't been, shining too much this season. He's been playing, but no huge plays. But he's made a couple big receptions this game.
Yeah, as you also had Eric Moskal on the side. Play with those 2 wide, you can't, and nothing can go wrong, And we got the pitch to Rodriguez, who will take it outside. A great block, and Chunky's back in the game with a huge block on that play. And Rodriguez looks a little shaken up. What do you think happened there?
I think he got hit by the defensive player. It may have hurt a little, but he looks fine.
He's right back up. That happens to him almost every play. When you're a hard-hitting guy like that, it happens.
Yeah, when you're a running back, unless you score a touchdown, you're going to get hit by someone.
It's true.
Now we got the ball on the 12-yard line for Wayne Hills. Puts them in very good field position. What do you think's next for this high-powered Patriots offense?
I think a touchdown.
As we drop back, Hogan under center. My mistake. Here comes Rodriguez being fought off, and a little bit of a loss on the play. That was an excellent play by Jeremy Willis, who would fight Rodriguez out of bounds for a little bit of a loss of yards, and Chunky giving him some words of reinforcement there.
Well, Van Peenan checks back into the game here. They definitely going to use the speed here on 3rd down. Maybe they'll throw him a little seam pass into the end zone. Let's see what they do.
Now
I definitely see a pass play here by Justin. Rodriguez is out of the game. Just Shunky's in the backfield. I think they're going to pass here.
Well, you saw Shunky with the amazing reception in the first half for a touchdown. Now as DeGroat drops back, a gun to Moskal, and it's batted away by number 12, Elijah Harris. An excellent play to break up the pass, which makes it 3rd down for Wayne Hills Patriots. Do we go on the run?
It's 4th and 10, and Eric Martinez will be kicking the field goal.
Is that a guaranteed 3 points?
I don't think anything in life's guaranteed, but with Eric Martinez as your kicker, I think it's almost guaranteed.
The Wayne Hills ace kicker. Some say the best kicker Wayne Hills has had since Tim Divers, 2010. The kick is up. And it's good. Wayne Hills.
No good.
No good. Sorry, from my view, I thought that was good. I apologize, but what went wrong there?
He missed the kick. I think that's the only thing that went wrong, and that's surprising to everyone in this Patriot Stadium.
You know, it actually just looked like it was actually a really high kick, and it just went right over the right goalpost. So, you know, just a tad to the right, just a minor foot correction, and, you know, that would have been buried right down the middle.
I mean, you see some frustration with Martinez right now, but as we get back, hands off to Malik Lee, who's wrapped up, and Shunky will get the final takedown. Excellent play by the Wayne Hills defensive line.
He's been playing fantastically all game. You know, we didn't see this obviously in the beginning of the season since he was injured, but he really makes a huge impact on this team.
Well, limping a little bit is number 8, Devin Lokaida, but he seems fine. Anyway, back, Mike.
Well, like we were talking about with Mike DeFury during the third quarter, Jake Van Penen, you know, the wide receiver, has checked in at cornerback on the left side, along with Preston Quinn on the right side. He's been playing all game, though.
Now we have Elijah Bethia lining up. Hands up, fake play action face. Catch caught by number 3, Muhammad Bateri, and will be taken down by number 20 for the Wayne Hills Patriots, Nick Falzerano, who's had an excellent game so far.
You saw how Muhammad Beretti made 3 men miss there before he was taken down by Nick Falzerano. That was like a Wayne Hills Patriot type play. That was fantastic.
You know, I'm actually more impressed with the swarm tackling. Steve Pasterla missed a tackle, and Nick Falzerano was there to just clean it right up.
Now we have a 1st and 10, ball on the 38-yard line, and I'm guessing they're going to air it out here. Bethea with a handoff and moves in, and that's going to be a 1st down. What a play by number 4, Jeremy Willis.
That was a great gain of 9 by Jeremy Willis, almost a 1st down. We haven't really seen much from him all game.
That was a...
Well, Jeremy Willis has actually been playing a lot of fullback this game, so I think they just gave it to him just to throw the defense off a little bit and give him a little bit of a power run look.
And that worked.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again before the end of the game.
3 minutes and 20 seconds left. We'll see if we see it in the end.
Well, now, what are you going to do if you're Coach Dan Henry with 1 to go and 2nd down? And here comes Bethea with a pass. And looking, swatted away. What a jump, though.
What a huge hit there by junior James Kelly coming in from the defensive tackle position. Just absolutely did a great job of disrupting the rhythm of Elijah Bethea there.
But back to your question, Max. With 3 minutes left, Wayne Hills leading 28-6. I think Coach Dan Henry knows the game is over.
Now leading into a big game last week. This might be a do or die for Wayne Hill's situation. I mean, they got 2 big games back to back. So you're going to want to close out strong here against this Teaneck team.
Well, next week, Pascack Valley, that's probably the biggest game all season.
Well, second to the Wayne Hills Wayne Valley game. Malik Lee with a great carry there. As he's been all night, he's been Teaneck's best player.
Yeah, there's definitely no one on the team that's compared to how much he's affected this game.
Now,
well, I don't know. Rashard Edwards is also doing a very good job on the defense.
Yeah, Rashard Evans is in the UFC, like.
Yes, I know. I get the 2 names confused.
3rd down and 1 to go. I think that there wasn't a gain on that play, as they'll bring in the chains to see if that was a 1st down.
As you see on the scoreboard, 2:52 left in this game. Wayne Hills leads 28-6. And that was signaled a 1st down.
Can't say enough about Malik Lee, man. He's been carrying this team this whole game. He's been setting them up for pass plays, runs, and I do believe he does not have their only touchdown of the night, but he has set up excellent scoring chances for this Teaneck team, especially the size on the offensive line. As Bethea rolls back into the pocket, a gun, and that's picked, oh no, right through the hands of Jake Van Penen, which could have been throwing the game away if Jake could have caught that one, but still a great way to break up the pass from Dante Lakota, who's actually been stellar this night. That was his one bad play.
I don't know if that play really would have threw the game away. I think the game's already over. 28-6, 2:29 left. You can't really score that many points in that amount of time.
I'll tell you, I think what Max meant to say is that it probably would have been Teaneck's last touch of the ball.
That would have been true.
Mike. Now back. Bad snap, but here comes Bethea in the pocket. Tripped up to Malik Lee, who rolled down the sides and trip up and be down. But still, no avail on second down. With 2 yards to go, what do you think Teaneck's going to do right now? Pass or run? Keep running?
Well, if they want to conserve time, I think they would pass, but I think they know it's over. They're just going to run it and work Malik Lee's game up.
I mean, Mike, this has been a decently hard-fought game by Teaneck, right?
Well, I would say so. You know, an undefeated team comes into, Patriot Stadium, a very menacing opponent. Doesn't matter what the circumstances are.
Back to pass. Here, and it's caught. And here comes Muhammad moving down into the red zone, and that'll be a huge gain for the Teaneck team late in this game with 1:29 left. First down and 10.
That was a great play right outside the end of the red zone, but a little too late.
Max, do you think that the Teaneck Highwaymen are going to end up getting in the end zone here late in the fourth quarter?
Well, if we see another play like that, then there's a good possibility that they will. Hills needs to step up their secondary, but Jake Van Penen covering Muhammad Pateri. And moved in is Bethea, who was tackled down at the 21-yard line. Gain of about...
This game is really, caught my eye in the sense that Shunky's really coming around. One of his first games back from his injury, he's really playing well.
And also looking to talk to Steve Pasterla.
What do you think he's saying to them, Andrew?
I think he's giving him, the play for the defense, telling him what to tell the other players.
I mean, this is a momentum booster, this performance here with 28-6 with 52 seconds left to go in the game. And again, we head into a very serious game next week against Pascagoula Valley. It is kind of a must-win for Wayne Hills here. So now Bethea's back in the pocket, looking, he guns it over, and it is was that picked off? Yes, intercepted by number 12, Preston Quinn.
And that just sealed the game for Wayne Hills. They'll take a knee here and lock up this great performance by Justin DeGroat in this victory.
This was definitely a stepping stone game for him. I expect him to improve by the next game, and he's really going to be a big part of getting this team into the playoffs.
And that was, as you see the marching band leaving, this one has been a stellar performance to head in to next week with a big game on your hands. What a way to go out. And now we have DeGroat. He's probably just going to go for a pass or a run. Runs it up the gut. Here comes Rodriguez with a big gain, goes head on with Edwards. And now we are at the 45-yard line with 29 seconds left.
A great run by Matt Shunky right up the middle. Fantastic way to end this game.
I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better of Christian Rodriguez today.
That was a very promising run by Shunky. A lot of yards after the first initial contact there. He probably had about another 12 yards after the first initial hit.
I beg your pardon. I said Rodriguez. I meant Shunky. I apologize.
So 10 seconds left. Looks like Justin DeGroat will just take a knee here.
7 seconds left, and Wayne Hills heads into their biggest game next Friday at Pascack Valley. Wayne Hills
So,
takes the victory.
Max, this has been a fantastic game. What did you see as the biggest, the best thing that came out of this game to look on for the future and the rest of the season?
Well, I'll tell you, number 5, Matt Shunky, stellar game. Comes back from an injury, proves his spot that he deserves to be on this team and deserves to be a starting player, and he is a star. How about you, Mike?
Well, I'll tell you what, my first initial reaction would be the amazing quarterback play by Justin DeGroat. He really came into his own this game. This is exactly what he needed for the rest of the games to come.
This was a fantastic game for Justin DeGroat. Over 115 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns. He really showed everyone that he's a starting varsity QB.
I mean, this was a traditional Wayne Hills football game.
So guys, that's it for this game. Wayne Hills wins 28-6 over this Teaneck Highwaymen team. I'm Andrew Francis, joined alongside Mike Caggiano and Max Schwartz, and tune in next week for Pascack Valley.